Hello.
There.
Sorry, we got chatty over lunch. You know how the recipe advisory group is.
They did great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was so good.
Love the positive.
All right.
energy.
So, you know what? That's what we need to do. We all need to be on these calls. You know, it takes a village. We've always said that, and we are stronger together. For those of you who are jumping on, we are going to get into our resources. I know Lauren is going to moderate us with the slides. First off, you know, Tina and I just want to say it was our privilege to be a part of the Feed Our Future award-winning USDA Farm to School grant. And we were really super pumped about the ability to continue our work with that. And what that means for all of you is not only do we have something really cool to kind of launch today, Allison Patrick couldn't be with us today. She is the leader at the Board of Health that has applied for that USDA funding. And she also has awarded, and we have an award winner on the screen here with Miss Lauren at Garfield. Some of our local schools will be winning grant funding to continue to move forward with resources of leveraging farm to table for their schools. So without further ado, I think we can get into the slides. Again, click twice on that slides if you want to maximize those. But I'm gonna pass it to Tina because, you know, of course I have the gift of gab, but Tina really got to be immersive in the summer project for a resource that we think is going to be really cool for you. So Tina, give us a little update on what you got to do.
Well, I got to be a movie star for a couple days. Was a hand star, I will say. It was kind of neat. We got to make a bunch of fresh recipes for you guys in the schools, and it was totally got a whole new respect for videotaping and the TV programs of what it entails to every little detail that they get perfect. But it was kind of nice. We were able to, we built up a recipe for Feed Our Future, and they picked certain ones that they wanted us to do, and they did a school form, a school version of it, and then a home version. So these recipes will be able to also go out to families so that they can make them at home. And I will say, doing them, it was wonderful because being a back of the house person and being that person that's made those recipes over and over again for the students. I know sometimes you look at some of these recipes and you're thinking, oh dear Lord, there's no way we're going to be able to make these in the kitchen. And that's what these kind of worked out. They were easy to do. They were great and beautiful. And again, delicious. And I think our students are really going to love them.
So Lauren, if you want to advance the slides, for those folks who don't know, Feed Our Future is a group from the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, but it actually supports local farm to school in all of the state of Ohio and beyond. What we love about this site is they have what we call Take the Pledge and a swag. And that swag is a free Harvest of the Month kit for you all. If you sign up on this website, you are not only going to have access to these recipes that Tina and I were able to get in a video format for you this year. Previous, they've always been on the recipe cards, which we've loved. The pledge is on here. It will also get you free swag for your cafeteria. You will be able to get Harvest of the Month posters, digital items that if you are feeding virtually, you could put perhaps on your district's website or in, if you're using My School Menus on it as a side widget. Basically what this is doing, by taking the pledge, these resources in Ohio are free to you. I think there is a charge if you're outside of Ohio, but certainly a nominal fee just to cover shipping and the such. So Feed Our Future, these recipes are all available. What we love about these recipes is they're also scaled not only to meet the food service needs in your cafeteria, but scaled for families. What we've seen when we've done these recipes in schools is the kids really love it, and then they get excited and they talk to their parents about it. And we were getting a lot of requests from parents saying, hey, how can I make this at home? So what the Feed Our Future team did was we created both digital copy, video copy of both the school portion and the home parent portion. So I don't know, Lauren, if you want to give it a whirl. I know we have, we want to make sure it's technically okay, but we're trying to show you a little snippet. If you've been able to visit the stage, you've probably been able to see, but we're going to give this a go. Let's see how it goes.
So I've got 3 different ways to load this video, so we're going to find the right one.
Yay.
So I think this is the move.
And I will not sing for you, but there is music behind these when you're watching them live. There's our star, Tina. Because I can't sit in silence, I'm going to do a little commentating. So obviously these videos are like the tasty videos, right, that many of us see on social media. And the goal was to really simply show the steps. So when you click on these videos on the Feed Our Future website, you'll be able to see these step-by-step preparation videos. And certainly when you're live on your own computer, if you're experiencing any choppiness, that won't be happening. What I love about this also, if you're like me, you'll pause it a bunch of times to make sure you have things right, and you can replay them. So not only are these kind of fun to learn a new recipe for yourself and your staff, if you have somebody that's a substitute worker and you want them to make this asparagus salad, it's a really quick, easy way for them to learn how to do it. And certainly, again, one of the biggest ways we're excited about this project is making the cafeteria an extension of the classroom. And so the end goal is for something like that to be on the dinner table of the students we serve by inspiring them to think local and buy local. And so certainly today, in just this short amount of time, we wanted to give you the opportunity to see one of these videos. There will be new swag available. So if you have been on Feed Our Future before, there are some new things available, and that is include napkin dispenser, inserts, and other different pieces of, again, what we call swag, and all of these videos. So again, these links are free for you to be able to embed in your own district's website and to use in your process. You know, I know Diana Hill said, I want to keep this fun for my families. This is one tool we hope you can leverage, which is the ability for you to click on a recipe and share a recipe with family members. And now I'm going to shish and put it over to my compadre in all things dairy, which is Miss Jan Diamond. Hi, doll.
My camera turned around here. All right. I don't know. Did it turn?
We can see your face. Yes,
oh,
there you go. There we go. And your slides are up, so I'll pass it over to you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Pasonic Partners, for allowing us some screen time today. You guys are doing an awesome job this morning. I'm so glad it's recorded too, because I do have a child at home, so I didn't get to see almost everything, but I'm so glad it's recorded. And I just want to thank you again for putting this boot camp together. And American Dairy Association is just so excited to be a part of the school industry. And if you don't know, we provide all types of free resources that help school food service directors increase their meal participation, of course, using dairy. And I don't do it alone. I have an amazing group with a part of our team here. I have Jennifer Taglarino, who works in Central and Western Ohio, Mitzi Gerber, they're probably on as well. She works in Central and Eastern Ohio. But if you're at a northern school, anywhere from Toledo to Akron, that's me. Please contact me so I can provide you some free resources, that, again, to help you. Or contact Mitzi and Jen. I'll connect you to those ladies if that's where your territory is. You can go to the next slide there. So we encourage you to join, there you go. We encourage you to get on our website, drink-milk.com. Again, we have lots of free resources. The most popular resources right now is our communication toolkit. And what that toolkit is all about is pre-made posts that are already linked up for you that you can cut and paste and put right into your social media calendars. Or if you don't already have one, here's a way to start it. In your box, if you haven't opened it yet, but you need to reach in and get the whisk, because that is our item that we added to the box. On the whisk is our website, drink-milk.com, where you'll find all the free resources that we have available for schools. You just simply navigate to dairy in schools and then go to school resources to find everything schools. And And in there, the newest thing again is the communication toolkit. Now what that is, again, they're already whisked up posts ready for you just to cut and paste. They are there to save you time. They're there to educate your families and your kiddos on everything about dairy, from nutrition to food safety to kid activities, national holidays, and of course, recipes, and easy to find. We encourage you when you're using these posts to definitely include ADA in the social media posts, so we can actually re-amplify your efforts and repost what you're doing and like what you're doing. You can go to the next slide. And what the post looks like is, here's actually one of the examples. They are categorized. You don't have to, go search one out. There's tons there. This one we took, I think, for fun kid activities. And in there, again, is a relevant message. You'll see that relevant message there. Really fun picture that you can use if you already don't have one of your sweet kiddos. You can just use one of ours. Or if you're giving someone instructions and go finding a photo, here's an example of what they're looking for when they're taking that photo for your post. And of course, there is a relevant link. It's that link to more information about the message. Again, those messages are recipes, nutrition, food safety, fun kid activities, dairy holidays. We always need an excuse to celebrate, so there's dairy holidays in there as well. And every post has a picture, a message, and a link for your families and kiddos. And you can just, again, cut and paste that post or edit it, because it's always easier to edit than it is to recreate. But take that post, put it right into your social media calendars, and you're ready to go. You can go to the next screen. So if you zoned out in the last 2 minutes of anything I said, don't worry, go to the must-do slide. And that must-do slide is take those posts, put them in your social media calendar, or if you have that whisk, the whisk also has a little flyer on it. Give that right to your communication director who's doing the post for you, so they know how to find the pre-made post for you, and have at it. It's easy to find, drink-milk.com, school resources, and away you go. Also, when you're on our website, drink-milk.com, we encourage you to sign up for our newsletter. We do have a newsletter that is issued out the third Thursday of every month. And if you're not already receiving it, just simply go to drink-milk.com, scroll down to the bottom of any screen, and you'll see how to sign up for that newsletter. In that newsletter will be all type things dairy and very important to schools. The last newsletter came out on June 18th, and in that newsletter was information about the communication toolkit, among other fun information that school food service directors need to know about. So again, sign up for it. If you are the food authority for your district, as defined by ODE, you already are receiving it, so it might be in clutter already. So go find it and put it in your inbox. But anyone can sign up for it, and I encourage you to do that. And of course, reach out to us. We miss you guys. It's so good to see so many faces. So please reach out to American Dairy Association. You can find us at drink-milk.com. My contact information is in that first slide. So we just encourage you to reach out to us. We want to help you. We have plenty of free resources for food service directors, all about dairy and helping you increase meal participation. And you can go to the next slide. So, so on behalf of Ohio and West Virginia dairy farmers, thank you. Thank you all for what you're doing to supply nutritious dairy foods on your meals every day. For this pandemic feeding, we know you went through some wonderful hoops, but a lot of you are doing some great things in order to make sure dairy is represented in your meals, and we can't thank you enough for that. So again, thank you. And then, last but not least, we do have a door prize. So, and our door prize are these lovely 4 cold bags. So if you are interested in receiving this door prize of 4 cold bags, you have to answer the next dairy question, or have to answer this dairy question. And how you do that is just put your answer in the chat, and the winner will be announced at 3:05 in the bonus section. So here's the dairy question. What day in September, again, what day in September is World School Milk Day? Again, put that in the chat. If you're interested in receiving a door prize, answer that question, put it right in the chat. I will make sure these get sent out to you. The winner will be sent out to you this week. And if you answer correctly and you're interested in the bag, correctly, and we'll get those bags shipped out to you. There are 4 of them, by the way. We have the 4 Fuel to Play 60 bags, and then we have one that's like a generic cold bag. And we'll get those out to you. So with that, again, thank you. Thank you all. Good luck to the winner, and we'll see you at 3:05 to announce the winner.
Thank you, Jan. I love it. Hopefully no one's Googling. No cheaters. All right. Maureen, would you like to introduce Dr. William Hussey?
Hi guys, can you see me?
Hey, there's my partner. So Hassan West, we said, and you know, again, this COVID silver lining is I've met some really cool new special friends. And Dr. Hesse, I'm not the only one that talks fast. Dan even talks faster than I do. So he's kind of got this chill vibe about him, you know, but you know, we want you to be able to have the time. So I'm going to pass it over to you to talk about the Pasonic Partner and the special core purpose partnership we're entering into this school year.
That's great. I don't know if it's a West Coast thing or what it might be, but Jan, I can't top that. That was impressive. Thank you. I appreciate the inspiration. How much time do I have, and can you see my face okay and hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, and we have until 12:30 for the session. So you've got some ground to cover, but the rest of the time is yours.
Okay. So just to be clear, how much time on this presentation would you like me to take?
So probably about 10 minutes would be great.
Perfect. Okay. Guys, I'm Dr. Hesse. I am based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And yes, Pasonic Partners and I have teamed up with other authors across the country to produce something that's really a game changer in your communities and in your schools, and currently in our status in your homes, because everything is online learning until October here on the West Coast. So I just wanted to share with you. Louise said she can't see me. Can everybody see me?
Yeah, we can see you. We okay. Can, you just have to, we'll have somebody man the chat. They just have to double click you if they want to see you larger, but we see your slides.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go to the next slide, please. And I just really wanted to share some of our mission and vision as a partnership and what we can help in relation to building a healthy community. We are endorsed by Steve Forbes and Active Schools. We did the webinars for ASHA. You can see those live. We have a partnership with Pasonic Partners to help spread the whole child approach into these communities in education. Next slide, please. What I want to share with you guys today is a resource that our team, and when I say team, we're comprised of principals. We have a principal in Houston. We have a superintendent in North Carolina. We have social emotional experts in Minnesota, our nutrition experts in Ohio. Pasonic Partners are rocking it. So we're all thankful to be a part of this community to help really build a healthy learning culture. And this is the new product that we're launching. And when I say product, I say that loosely. Let me explain. It's more of a foundational opportunity to build inspiration and build support right in your community, right with your principal, with your district. If you're a teacher or a parent, this can all really connect and build that platform for success. This isn't, I want to reframe your mind. This isn't something where you're like, oh gosh, this is a big curriculum and I already have, you know, my social emotional lessons I have to teach, and I have this rolling out in my district. This really builds the platform, and you can insert any of the modules that we have, and I'll explain those in a minute, into what you're already doing in your classroom, at your school, in your learning, in your district, for your leaders, however that looks for you. And you can take a school that already has some of the best things that are going out there right now, best practices, and then build on those. And then look at how the whole child approach to education can really shape it. Something we always share is that we're really not looking at the child from the neck up. And if you look at that in nutrition, it's just as important as reaching the whole child, because it's not just about a test score. And if they're not eating properly, they're not getting their physical activity, if they're not getting their social emotional climate, if they're not building those foundations, then we do lose kids. And that's what we're all here for. So I wanted to share with you my story, what's embedded in this guide, and see what you guys think. And the modules that are embedded, we have healthy leadership, we have healthy communities, we have healthy learning, we have nutrition, social emotional climate, and physical activity. Those are the modules we have. And if you guys follow the WISC model from the CDC, it is the whole school, whole child, whole community. We are the featured administrators in those videos. So you'll be able to see Dr. Lineberry and myself. We kind of run the show here in our side of the world for our company, but we are able to impact educational platforms all across the country. So this is in regards to the modules. If you think about how you can set your framework and make connections to any grade level, to any curriculum, K through 20, this is really a game changer. And being in the education world my whole life, this really is a gift of life. And that's what we're trying to build here. So this screen that you see now is our table of contents. And it just really depicts the modules and what's embedded in it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip to our first one, which is something that's been really a mainstay, I believe, in a lot of the schools right now opening up, and that's social emotional climate. Oh, sorry, there's a picture of me. Can you scroll through maybe the next few slides so you get to the social emotional climate one, and I can backtrack with those authors. Yep, perfect. So this is kind of how we open up, and really, again, it's giving you that inspiration and support. So we start off with social emotional climate, and that means so many things to different people. But if we can help provide guidance to connect the nutrition piece, the activity, all those things encompass what social emotional means to a student or a teacher or an admin. And I hear so many different things about what that means in a classroom, et cetera, that we really do try to help frame it and give multiple opportunities for educators, for parents to embed into their learning environment. Now, can you back up one screen for me, pretty please?
I can back up all the screens, apparently.
This screen is, I want you to think about like what's a couple more, just past the authors. Just as it relates to the modules and each section, I wanted to kind of share with you what's in each section of the module. A couple more forward. And we have an overview of what it means. Remember, we're not, that one's perfect. The kids, they have like thumbs up on it. We have an overview of each section. So what we really try to do is give you the general sense, and most of you can connect to the overviews that's in there. Can you go forward right before the social emotional climate one? It'll have some kids with thumbs up, and it'll have like green bars. That one right there, that one's perfect. Also in the overview, it has resources that you can connect to, and this is all virtual. So there are direct links. You can go right to our resources. And the next thing we have, which is a really unique opportunity, is what's called virtual coaching. So you get to connect with each of the authors that wrote in their expertise. I'll give Maureen some props here, but if you go to our nutrition section, she'll have a virtual coaching section where she guides you through her section, her overviews, and how to look at your resources, and really tries to make that connection for you virtually. That coaching aspect, if you can't put a PD or a training in front of you right away, it's a great resource to have, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback on that. The next couple things that I feel are really key. One, we have an equity section. Equity is a big word right now, also in the education world. In each section, we have an equity corner that tries to help put that back into the aspect of, are we being equal, equity, and equitable in our classrooms? And that definitely has relation to every component we have in here. So I wanted to share that with you. And the other thing is that we have support tools. So whether it's a toolkit, a worksheet platform, or benchmarks, we have something that you can tangibly use either on your phone or laptop and fill in the blanks as it relates to your school. Because remember, every school is different in how you roll out your healthy school learning environment and how you build your culture. And if we want to drive success through culture, we don't want to rearrange any of the furniture you have in place. We really want to open those doors and look at your and what those schools' needs are, and what the tools have offered a lot of the people I work with is they can use that for not only benchmarks, but they can also use it to use for.
Hello.
Did I cut out?
Nope, I still hear you. You're
Okay.
fine.
Sorry about that. You can use those support tools to apply for awards, to apply for different things that your principal or administrator might put in place. It really does put a tool in your hand that you don't have to recreate the wheel. And as an educator myself, that really was a game changer to be able to do that, whether that was at the state level for compliance issues, or if I was applying for award, you're able to do that. And there's a lot of national awards out there. I know we just heard the Dairy Council. They have different opportunities out there with Fuel Up and things that you can connect with. But there's a lot of awards that you can use these platforms for. We'd like to help build those for you. How am I doing on time? I have a few minutes left.
No, I love it. I think we're closing in on the final seconds. And so I think just because many people are used to Pasonic, what I will say, Dr. Hesse, is thank you for jumping on. There's a lot more conversation to be had. I think if I were in your seat as I was as a food service director, I'd be thinking, what is the conversation about wellness going on in our district? How are we going to keep thought forward discussions happening with our administrative teams as we all forge into what we know? I talked about it this morning, grace for the pace. We need some compassion. We need some whole, not only ourself as internal customers, but our customers, our students, our families. What are the supports they need? And this core purpose consulting group, I'm honored to be considered a partner on. I think they do fantastic stuff nationally. And just again, another resource that you can tie into to help build that wellness initiative and keep it alive, even despite a challenging year. Now more than ever, managing stress, managing anxiety, making sure your nutrition is on point, your mental health is in point, is going to be the way we all have to attack the school year. Dr. Hesse, thank you. I know they're going to cut us off, and we have the Ohio Department of Ed on. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. The answer for this, I know you did the dairy question. I'm just going to say, thumbs up for wellness. So talk about, do you have a wellness plan? Yes or no? That would be the answer. Do you have a wellness plan this year? And if your answer is no, this would be a great resource for you. Thank you all for being on this panel. We're going to jump into the Ohio Department of Ed, and we thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. And if you'd like to look at more, you can go to corepurposeconsulting.com and you can find the guide there. We also give scholarships if you guys need help with that. So thanks, Maureen, and everybody for having me on.
Thank you.